Welcome to 8.6 Systems of Equations in 3 Variables Applications. So, we're just going to go through these. I'm going to try to set them up and solve them. I don't know if I have space, but that is my intent, so we'll just run with that. So, in triangle ABC, and because we have triangle ABC, I guess I'm going to draw a triangle A, B, C. The measure of angle B is twice the measure of angle A. The measure of angle C is 80 degrees more than that of angle A. Find the measure of each angle. So here we have 3 equations and 3 unknowns. That is, we have A, B, and C. Because we have 3 unknowns, we're going to need 3 equations to solve that. First thing we need to know is A plus B plus C equals 180. That is, these angles inside the triangle, the interior angles right there, the sum of those is 180 degrees. So we have that. Now, next thing we have is this. The measure of angle B is twice the measure of angle A. So B is twice A, so if we multiply A by 2, that is going to be what B equals. Now, the measure of angle C is 80 more than that of A. So since C is 80 more than A, if we add 80 to A, then we have the measure of angle C. So these are our 3 equations. We have our unknowns. Now, as opposed to the ones we were doing before, this is screaming substitution. Because notice right here, if B equals 2A, we can put 2A right here. If C equals A plus 80, we can put A plus 80 here. So we can rewrite this first equation using substitution as A plus 2A plus A plus 80 equals 180. Combine our like terms. A plus 2A plus A is 4A plus 80 equals 180. Subtract 80. These cancel out, so we get 4A equals 100. Divide by 4, and A is 25 degrees. So angle A, 25 degrees. So now we need to find B and C. So we can just use substitution again. Plug that in here, get our B. So B equals 2A, or 2 times 25, which is just 50. So B, 50 degrees. And then to find C, plug it in here. So we have C equals 25, RA plus 80. So that's 105 degrees. So C equals 105 degrees. And we could check by adding these things up. Does it equal 180? Yeah. Is B twice A? Yeah. Is C 80 more than A? Yes, it is. So that is the way we solve that problem. So moving on to this next one here. The sum of 3 numbers is negative 30. So we have 3 numbers. So I'm just going to call them X, Y, and Z. So the sum means add. So X plus Y plus Z equals negative 30. Okay, so that's one of our equations. Now the largest minus twice the smallest is 45. And the largest is 20 more than the middle number. We're going to find the numbers. Now, it doesn't matter what the largest or smallest or middle number is, but once we define this right here, that will dictate what the largest and smallest. So the largest minus twice the smallest. Let's say the largest is X minus twice the smallest. Let's say the smallest is Y minus 2Y. So the largest minus twice the smallest means equal 45. So we have that equation. And then we have the largest, so X is 20 more than the middle. So X equals the middle number, which if X is the largest and Y is the smallest, that means Z is the middle. So if the largest is 20 more than the middle, if we add 20 to that, we're going to be looking good. Okay? So, a couple things I guess we could do right now. We have an equation here that just has X's and Y's. So let's put this over here. Let's see, we have X minus 2Y equals 45. Now this last equation, I'm going to get this in standard form, which means we need to move the Z over, so subtracting Z. So this equation right here, we can say X minus Z equals 20. So we're changing this and just moving, so all the variables on one side. So I'm going to kind of cross this out and say that we have these 3 equations now. Now, over here, we have something with just X's and Y's. So what we need to do is we need to use this first equation and this third equation to get rid of the z's. Well, good news, if we add them together, we're going to get rid of those z's. So let's do some blue. So if we have x plus y plus z equals negative 30, we have x minus z equals 20. Add these up, we get 2x plus y equals negative 10. Okay? So, this is what we have. So, we have this equation right here. This is one of the equations we want to use. This is the second equation we want to use. So, let me just put this, we'll write these over here and solve this system as is. So, we have x minus 2y equals 45. 2x plus y equals negative 10. So, I'm going to eliminate the y's here. So, to eliminate the y's, I multiply the second row, the second equation, by 2. So rewriting these, we have x minus 2y equals 45. Distribution here, we have 4x plus 2y equals negative 20. So add these up. X and 4x is 5x. The y's cancel out, and this is going to equal 45 minus 20 is 25. Divide by 5. We get x equals 5. Okay, so what that tells us is, and we'll move that over there, goodbye. So what that tells us is x is 5. So the largest is 5. Now to find the other ones, all we have to do is substitute this in. Now we know from this that the largest minus twice the smallest is 45. So plug that in. So 5 minus 2y equals 45. So we're using that property of substitution once again. Subtract 5 from both sides. Negative 2y equals 40. Divide by negative 2. And y equals negative 20. So the largest is 5. The smallest is negative 20. And then to find the middle number, we can use this equation. That is, we know that the largest minus the smallest is that. So plugging that in over there, or the largest minus the middle number. So move this over here. So recall we had x minus z equals 20. So plugging that in, we have 5 minus z equals 20. Subtract some 5s. So we get negative z equals 15, positive 15. Divide by negative 1. And z equals negative 15. So middle, negative 15. So we have the three numbers now. We know the largest is 5, the smallest is negative 20, and the middle is negative 15. If we add those all together, we get our negative 30, and it follows the rest of those properties. So that is the way we do that one. Now for the last one, this is the Knicks scored a total of 92 points on 2-point and 3-point and 1-point shots. Altogether, they made 50 baskets. They made 19 more 2-point shots than 1-point shots. How many beat shots were made? So let's just define our variables. Let's say x is 3-point, y is 2-point, and z is 1-point shots. So they made a total of 50 baskets. So we get x plus y plus z equals 50. That's one of the equations we have. Now we can equate these via points. Now you get 3 points for a 3-point shot, so 3x. Plus you get 2 points for a 2-point shot, so 2y. 1 point for a 1-point shot, so plus z equals the total number of points, which is 92. So the total number of points, 2 points plus 3 points plus 1-point shots, we have that. 50 baskets made. The sum of all the total number of baskets, that's what we have right there. And then there's 19 more 2-point shots than 1-point shots. So the 2-point shots is y. So there's 19 more of these than the 1-point shots, which is z. So if we add 19 to the z, that's going to make those two things equal. Alright, so now essentially we have to solve this system. And there's a couple different things we could do. One thing we could do is, because we have y, we could use substitution and plug this z plus 19 in for that y and that y. So let's go ahead and do that. That's kind of using the method of substitution. So we have x plus z plus 19 plus z equals 50. When plugging this in here, we have 3x plus 2 times z plus 19 plus z equals 92. So we'll go ahead and simplify these really quickly. So if we have x, z and z is 2z, and then I want to move the 19 over there, so I'm going to subtract 19 from both sides, get rid of that, and this is a z, mind you, 2 z's. So 50 minus 19 is going to be 31. Then here we're going to do a little distribution. So let's just do this over here. We have our 3x plus 2z plus 38 plus z equals 92. So it's a little hard to read. So just want to combine like terms again. We have a 3x, 2z and z is plus 3z, and then here we have plus 98. So I want to get rid of this, I want to get rid of the 38. So let's subtract 38 from that, which means we have to subtract 38 from our 92. So these cancel. So if we have, we're taking 38 away from our 92, it's going to give us 54. So now we're down with the system with 2 variables and 2 equations. I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the, let's eliminate the x's. It seems as easy as anything. So multiply this by negative 3. Now let's write it down here. So negative 3x minus 6z equals negative 93. So distributed in here, here, and here. Now adding these 2 equations together, we get cancellation here. Negative 3z equals 54 minus 93 is going to give us negative 39. Divide by negative 3. And z equals 13. So that's what our z is. Okay, so if we think back to that, there's 13 one-point shots, because z is one-point shots. So, let me get back to here. 13 one-point shots. Now, we can use this to get our 2-point shots, because we have this equation right here. So plugging it in here, y equals z, 13 plus 19, so 13 plus 19, 32. 32 2-point shots. Okay, and then we can plug those back into here to get the number of 3-point shots. So x plus 13 plus 32 equals 50. 13 and 32 is 45, so x plus 45 equals 50. Subtract our 45. We get x equals 5. So there were 5 3-point shots. So 13 1-point shots, 32 2-point shots, and 5 3-point shots. Alright, see you next time.